Guys, we're going to run that just one more time, just so we get a few more people in, and we'll be ready to go in 3 minutes.
Hi, my name's Reagan Brazier of La Pasadena. You're watching the Soul Smoking Gooder Show. Are y'all high? Because I am. Enjoy the show.
This is Tom Fuentes from Smoking Onions, and you are watching the Soul Smoking Gooder Show. Stupid beer, hey!
All righty. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for tuning in on a Friday night. Normally we do this on Wednesdays, but tonight we are here live from El Campo at the Lost Lagoon Resort, here for the finale of the Texas six-pack benefiting Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation. Yes, you can clap. We have some few people in here. And I got a special guest on the show tonight. Well, co-hosting with me tonight is Belle Clark from JC's Good Old Boys. Yes, we are live, and we are Han Solo. He is not out here this weekend, so I will catch Case Han a little later. I got to show you that video here of Case here in a minute because he loves it. We all love it. But with us tonight is Mark Lambert from Sweet Swine O' Mine. How are you doing, Mark?
Man, it's a pleasure. I'm glad to be here.
Man, we're happy to have you. We're happy to have you. This is how often do you get to make your way down to Texas to cook a contest?
Maybe 4 or 5 times a year.
Yeah.
We go to San Antonio early, and then to Houston, and then this one. Really, that probably I'm gonna say 3 times a year now. Now that I think about it.
Nice.
I'd like to make it 4. I love. I'm native born Texan, not from. Never lived in Texas, but native born Texan, and would love to move back. I love Texas.
So you're just born here. You knew where to be born at, and
That's
then
right.
and then you said, okay, where am I going to live? Where's mom and dad going to take me?
Grew up in Oklahoma, born in Texarkana, Texas.
Nice.
So just barely.
Just barely. They knew where the good hospital was.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So I love Texas, and every chance to get to come back and cook here, want to move here more and more. So.
Awesome. Well, Mark, this is we're branching out, but generally most of the guys that watch this, the guys and gals that watch this are Texas cooks, and they're interested in Texas barbecue. You are in Mississippi, right outside of Memphis. We just talked about that. And why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? Because for those who don't know, this is a very accomplished world champion that is sitting here, seven-time world champion that is sitting right next to me. So please introduce yourself. Huh?
Yeah, like I said, I'm from Mississippi. Grew up in Oklahoma. Moved to Memphis somewhere around 92, 91, 92. And went to school there, met my wife there, planted roots there. And we live in northern Mississippi, which is right outside of Memphis. And then but never really had any barbecue experience until moving to Memphis. So
really,
we grilled, and I cooked a lot with my mom, home cooking. But as far as barbecue, I didn't grow up in it. Mm-hmm. It was one of those things that I adapted through some friends at work and learned a lot about. And then when some of my friends at work passed on, the people that paid the closest attention sort of took up our team at Memphis and May.
Yeah.
And, that's kind of where I got my start, is at Memphis and May. I don't recommend that.
Really?
But,
yeah.
But it's just the way it worked.
I was going to say, again, you did it right the first time.
Yeah, it's just the way it worked out. I wouldn't have chosen that path on my own, but it just chose me. So we been cooking Memphis and May since 1998. Won our first world championship in 2005, and kind of hit a first and a second and a third and a first and a second. And
I'm gonna bring this over here and get some comments.
Overall grand champion or two, and then we started doing well at Memphis and May, and we moved on and started cooking some KCBS. We saw it starting to get more popular, and we started doing some of that, and we went to the Royal and won first place at the Royal, and then got a chance to come cook Houston after working in Houston after the flood, and won the Houston Rodeo. And
yes,
so
damn, Mark.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't know. I didn't know who I was sitting next to.
I'm
sorry.
We hit a couple of good licks.
My bad.
Hit a couple of good licks, and we won Houston Rodeo in 19. We reserved it in 20, and but at the end of the day, it's just a blessing to get to do what I love to do for my work. I get to ride off my hobby.
That's awesome. That's great.
That is.
And I've seen the videos. It looks like y'all guys are having a lot of fun.
We always have fun. Yeah. That's that. When I quit having fun, I'm gonna do something else.
Yes, absolutely.
So we have our own line of sauces and rubs that we sell nationally through a lot of hardware chains. Mm-hmm. And I sell grills and smokers and do restaurant consulting for Sweet Swan of Mine Distributing. We sell grill smokers and cooking accessories related to grills and smokers.
In Texas, I've seen your rubs. Academy has them, right?
They used to.
Oh, okay.
After COVID, there's a lot of issues with people paying and having cash flow in COVID. Yes. So that had a lot to do with Academy's issue and me. So me and Academy don't do business anymore, but you can buy my stuff at Ace Hardware, Lowe's. Okay. You can buy it at Tractor Supply, like Fleet Farms, Farm and Homes, and Orchlands, and Bass Pros, and stuff like that. If they sell grills, a lot of times you can buy stuff there. Yeah.
Your stuff is around. Sweet Spot of Mine, it's in the red and white labels. Hard to not recognize if you have seen it and used it, because it's great.
We got 4 rubs, and so one of them is just an original rub that was had since 2003 or 4, and it's just your basic sweet pork barbecue rub. And we developed a roasted garlic that's kind of an all-purpose, a Texas beef that's all-purpose, heavy on black pepper, and then apple chipotle that's a lower sugar, not as sweet, a little spicier, whole different profile. And then our sauces, we've got an original sauce that's kind of rides the line of sweet and sour.
Oh.
I'm going to say it's not sweet and sour sauce.
Right.
But it's as sweet as it is sour. And most sauces on the market are real sweet.
Mm-hmm.
So we developed a sweeter one, which is our combo sauce or our competition sauce.
Okay.
And we developed one more vinegar, which is our sweet and spicy vinegar. Just last year, worked with a friend of mine, and we developed our own craft Worcestershire sauce.
Nice.
And it's called Wilsonshire.
So Wilsonshire, I like it.
My buddy Joe Wilson, he kind of come up with it.
A lot easier to say.
A lot easier to say. A lot of folks use it in competitions just as an ingredient in injections, or as something to put on your steak, or in their finishing sauces. A lot of different ways people use it.
So you got some people, Jared Rory. He's a Barefoot Cookers. His rub was the first rub I ever used.
Look at there.
Johnny Maggs in New Hampshire. I can get it here in New Hampshire. Corby Simpkins is watching. He said that's a resume and then some. Which it is. My goodness.
Said my microphone's not working.
Yeah, I saw. That's why I moved
Okay.
this one over. And it showed
Oh, I
me.
can share.
Yeah, it showed. Just point them in. And
I was
we're
gonna
good.
say
Yeah.
I don't have to. I'm not even saying words.
We'll
so
just put
it's
it
fine.
close.
They
Yeah,
can
you
definitely.
know.
They can definitely hear you.
I'm in good company. It's fine.
There you go.
Yeah, we can hear you. They can.
But El Campo, we last year was my first time in El Campo. Didn't even know where it was.
Right.
And Joey Smith with Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation invited me to come and help with cook with some of the veterans. And we've cooked together, Joey and I, and the OBR team cooked together at Houston. And since we cooked together the first time at the World Food Championships in 2018, Joey and I got reserve champion. And so since then, we started doing a lot together. So he asked me to come cook down here and cook last year, and I was like, I'm not missing this again.
He won it there too.
We got 7th overall last year here.
Yeah.
Hell yes. So you've done all the majors, obviously. You
Mhm.
just named them all, but which is it? Your home one? Is it your favorite, or is it, which? They're all different.
I like Houston the best.
Really?
I really like Houston the best.
It's a
Really?
wild-ass party.
It's a big party, but it's a well organized party. It's
Yeah,
people
that's fair.
people take a lot of pride
It's
in that
organized
cook off.
chaos.
It is. So there's a lot of class there.
Yeah.
It's a classy cook off. People take pride in it and the organization and what goes on there. So it just feels great to cook in Houston. Now, Memphis, of course, we love it because it's our home cook off. We've always done well. We're from there, and it suits our style. But since I've been to all of them, Houston is by far my favorite.
That's good to hear. That's
Yeah.
awesome for us. And you do have the Memphis trophies. You've got the American Royal Trophy. You got the bow-legged H. Those are some.
Got the buckle?
You got the buckle. You got them all. You wear them with boots when you show up down here.
Hell yeah.
And you got that Texas beef. So this is your home state.
It is. It
You're
is.
here for a minute, but it's still your home state. So it's great to see you kill it at Houston. I bet that was pretty cool.
Unbelievable.
What were you thinking on your first time coming to Houston? I'm sure you had
Overwhelmed, really. I mean, just overwhelmed by the I don't know, just how people are attached to that cook-off and how they treat it, how the committee works with the teams, the sheer volume of people that go and participate, and just the people that go and onlookers,
Yeah.
because of everything else that's going on. And I didn't realize all the other stuff is going on there.
Yeah.
I thought it was the cook-off, and it's like, oh no, that's just a small piece of it.
Yes.
I forget the number. Case is actually. Oh, Case is watching. Case, if you can hear, how many people attend Houston? Just the barbecue cook-off. I think it's like 300,000 a day or something like that. It's crazy.
Oh, it is.
It's
Nuts.
a crazy amount of people that go for those 3 days that are there. But let's get some
Tony.
Tony Tonacci. he was on Clarence's show. Top fan Tony is what we call him on the show. He's always telling me that this show sucks. But he's also been a co-host of a couple.
But he's always watching, right?
Yes.
He is supportive.
14 mics can't hear Rob, which is an improvement.
Which is,
Hey,
yeah.
I'm good. Case. This is Case, my co-host.
So our next cool place we get to go next week on Thursday, we go to Monterrey, Mexico, and we go to the Grill Master in Monterrey.
Yeah, with Rivas or that team.
Well, they're going to be there.
Okay, so what
The-
team are you gonna be with?
S&P.
Okay, S&P.
So we're cooking for the public pretty much.
nice.
We're just going. We cook tacos and whole sides of beef and ribs and cabritos and lechones and just you name it. We cook. I mean, we'll feed 25, 30,000 people.
Oh wow,
Wow.
it's not your first time there.
Yeah. That's a
No,
lot.
I've been since 2015.
Oh wow,
I love it.
that's cool.
I mean, if I had to pick one overall, that's my favorite.
That's your favorite.
But as far as the one in the States, but that one, because of all the live fire cooking, I mean, we got a 12-foot disco and we cook tacos for 6,000 people. And then you've got all these
how the hell you get in the middle of that thing?
big, long oars,
Yeah.
big, long oars, and there's fire under it and different
How
points.
many guys are manning that sucker?
Usually about 8.
That's cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's got to be something to see. That's really cool.
Oh,
I was
it's
gonna say, that's impressive.
it's slick. And then we'll cook about 40 cabritos a day and about 40 lechones a day and about 15 sides of beef, 3 whole hogs, about 600 pounds of chicken, about 500 pounds of shrimp, and just, I mean, feed everybody that shows up. It's just meat mayhem.
How many days is this going?
It'll be on Saturday and Sunday
Okay,
next
so it's a
weekend.
2-day event.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say we need to go just to go eat.
Oh, you need to go at some point. It's meat overload, and they got cool concerts. They got lots of cool vendors, but it's SMP, which is Sociedad Mexicano Parrilleros.
Flying crickets.
So it's the Mexican Grilling Society.
Yeah.
And if you want to look it up online, it's soyparrillero.mx.
And they've also competed in the big events, haven't they? SMP.
They got second and shoulders last year, and I host
Did you
them.
train them?
I did.
That's
I did.
That's awesome.
They also had some little help too. The pitmaker guys came in and cooked with them too.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So along with that, we all kind of teamed up to help them get second place, and
That's great.
they started coming in 2015 in Memphis in May, and one of the ambassadors put us together, and he said, we need somebody to help these guys. I can't help them. I'm working on this other stuff. So we started working together to help them, and I started going down there, helping them, and we just became really good friends. Next thing you know, these guys are on the stage in Memphis in May.
That's great.
That's amazing.
I'm telling you, it was awesome.
So with Memphis in May, that's an event you guys have never been there. That's one where they actually have in-person judging and
Right.
like that. How do you like that? How do you handle that? I'm sure you're
It
old
works
pro
for
it
me.
now. Yeah.
It suits my style.
Right.
But the thing people don't realize is that you still turn in a blind box. So you still turn meat in a box.
You got to hold back some, right? For
You do. You have to cook some extra.
Right.
Really, you need to have a whole separate batch. So if you think about it, if you're cooking whole shoulders, we cook 10 whole 20-pound pork shoulders, 10 of them. So we use 4 of them in the blind box because we only use certain pieces out of the shoulder, and then we're going to have 3. We have to have 1 for each judge that comes and sits in front of us. So that's 7. We really need 2 for finals. That leaves us 1 extra. Well, it'd be 10, so it leaves us 3 extra. There's always one that has a cut in it somewhere, one that's
Right.
way smaller or way bigger. So it gives you a couple of culls, but we usually start with 12 and we'll cook 10.
Wow.
And then when it all comes down, if we make finals, we usually have 3 left. And we serve 2 to the 4 judges that come. And somebody said, why do you need so much meat? It's because, there's perfect pieces.
Mhm.
The whole shoulder may be good,
Right.
but there are perfect pieces within that whole shoulder. And we know which ones those are, and we want to give those just to them.
That's great. When do you recognize them? Is that early on in the cook, or is that?
It really kind of, unless somebody shows you, it takes years to kind of pick through
Yeah.
and be able to find those best pieces.
Yeah.
It just, it takes, I'll put it this way, it takes a lot of not winning that you have to break down a bunch of shoulders when it's
Right.
all over
Right.
with
Right.
to be able to pick and taste and be able to go back and find it quickly on another one.
Right.
And so over the years, we've kind of picked through enough of them and tasted and know where to go back and get it, And that's key, is being able to go right to those perfect parts.
That's it's definitely a skill, and it's something that how many years you been doing it now?
Since 98.
Since '98. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's do the math here. That's 23 years. 24 years.
24. Yeah.
That's great.
And we won our first place in 05.
Now, I do see a lot of whole hog. Seems like, I don't know, are the numbers skewed? That maybe if you do well in whole hog, you have a better chance of winning the overall grand? Or-
Whole hog has another. It has. I'm not gonna say it's the hardest. It's the hardest to learn how to cook.
Yeah.
But once you learn how to cook whole hog, I think it's one of those that's easier to win with because it's more forgiving. And because it's so much more of a daunting piece of meat, it appears the difficulty level is higher.
Sure.
And it gets another level of scoring, I think, because of the perceived difficulty.
Yeah, so the judges, they feel like, hey, this is okay. These are the pros right there.
Yeah, this is the hardest
Yeah.
one, and these guys did it, and this is the hardest category.
Yeah.
Even though this was a great rib, they cooked whole hog, and
Whole hog.
it was
Right.
good, and it's harder to
It's
do.
harder for them.
That
And I
makes
think
sense.
that gives them an edge on whole hog. Over the years since 1998, no one's won the world championship overall with a rib, and I think so much of it contributes to how hard it is to hold a rib.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to hold. In these days, if you're injecting, it's a little easier. But
Mhm.
back in the day, people didn't inject ribs,
Mm-mm.
and it was hard. It's hard to hold a rib for hours
Mhm.
until finals to have it perfect, right? And so people cook extra sets of ribs so that they're done at a later time.
Yep.
But it's a guess as to what time you need it ready.
Right.
That little window for the perfect rib is kind of small. And so over the years, the judging has always started at shoulder, went to whole hog, and then to ribs. And so it started on the south end, it went to the middle, and then it finished on the north end of this Tom Lee Park where they had the contest. Well, because ribs haven't won in so long, they decided, well, maybe we need to level the playing field. Maybe we need to bring ribs and do ribs first. So they changed it and started judging ribs first. And what it seemed like every year is that when you have a small hiccup in judging, you've got this small hiccup turns into a big time gap.
It does.
And you have another small hiccup that turns into exponentially larger time gap. And by the time you get to the biggest category,
Right.
you've got this gap and the biggest category, and it creates a big problem. And so rib judging always seemed to get stretched out, and the times never hit. So it's hard to you have the perfect rib. So it seemed naturally harder for ribs to win because of the time gap and inconsistency in the judging.
Right.
And so when they moved it forward to the first, it seems this year it's a little more even playing field, I think. Because ribs are harder to hold. Get the rib judging out of the way. It's easy to hold a big shoulder or a whole hog.
Right.
So I think they make steps to make it more even playing field.
To me, there's more cooks that cook the rib, and like you mentioned, no team has won since '98. And you were talking about the challenges of the ribs. I would stay away from ribs, even though I would think no. So the shoulder is obviously a big challenge as well.
It's that cut of meat that more people know how to cook.
Yeah.
Not everyone. Heck, you probably don't even know where to buy a whole shoulder in Texas.
Nope.
No.
So it's
not at Restaurant Depot.
I was gonna say you're gonna have to go to the meat market.
It's just nothing that's available. You have to go and tell a processor how you want it cut. And so we have a pork sponsor, Compart Family Farms. Mm-hmm. We went to the processor and told them how we want our pork cut. Okay. And we set the spec on a competition pork shoulder. We had the advantage.
Yep.
This is how we want it done. And so everybody that gets a Compart pork shoulder gets it cut the way we told them to.
Really?
So
I said, hey, keep that a secret. That's not advantage.
That's kind of cool.
But that is neat. Now I know where to go if I ever decide to do a whole.
You can order them from Compart, but if you've got
so I want the Mark Lambert cut.
If it's a competition whole pork shoulder, it will be.
That's what's getting.
That's what you're getting.
That's great. You created that. That's pretty awesome.
So we don't even have to go in there and name drop.
No.
Just,
It's like
walk in there like
I can give you a part number, by the way. Yeah.
Let's see. So I was just told we have 51 teams here. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's a great turnout. I know we were looking in the 30s, 40s, but we got 50. This case is just having fun on here. Click the heart button to see Rob Shorty's shorts. No, not at all. Well, Mark, anything else we want to talk before we get? Because I'm going to get Josh up here as well, but I appreciate you.
So we're cooking pork now in Texas, right?
Yeah, we are.
So I feel like I come back in, I got a little more home field advantage.
Yes, you do. You definitely have a home field advantage. You're doing pork today. Thank you, brother. You're doing pork, and I fully expect you to do well. But no pressure.
Show us how it's
no
done.
pressure. No pressure.
Like I said, it's one of those. If you ever quit learning in barbecue, you're going backwards. And so I've learned a lot from people. I'm going to say I learned 80% of what I know about cooking brisket from Joe Smith. And I taught him a lot about cooking pork.
Yeah.
We taught each other a lot about cooking ribs. And I didn't know anything about cooking a half chicken until I started coming to Texas. So you never quit learning. It's just a lot more fun figuring another whole category out and going to new places, meeting
How you
new
like
people.
doing the half chicken?
I like it better than any of the other legs or thighs or any of the other stuff.
That's a pain in the ass to do all that.
Pain in the butt.
It is. And I feel like it's also harder to cook a half chicken than it is.
Yes, it is.
Like just thighs or, because they're a little more forgiving. But if you dry your breast out, you're done.
You're done.
It's like the whole hog thing, It's like, we got a whole half chicken here,
Yep.
But
it's harder to do.
It is.
Do it right.
Once you get it down, like you mentioned, like a whole
But I appreciate you having me, man. It's fun.
Dude, this is awesome. Of your 7 world champions, which one is the one that sticks out the most to you?
Oh, man. I mean, like I said, Houston was one of my favorite contests now.
Yeah.
But this year, I'm going to say was just I came down with Lyme disease right before Memphis in May.
Holy shit.
Oh.
During turkey season, I got some tick bites I didn't find in time, and I came down with Lyme disease, and I was sick for about 2 weeks prior to Memphis in May. And going into it, it was just one of those deals. I didn't even want to be there.
Yeah.
Right.
I was tired.
Yeah.
I didn't have any energy. I wanted to sleep. Body aches. Just didn't want to be there. And I had a lot of support from my friends. A lot of people helped me. And I just feel like I had a lot of people praying for me and helping me.
Yeah.
And then when it come down to awards, you could just feel the sense that all these people are behind you, praying for you, wanting you to do well because they know you're 100%.
Aw,
So just feeling supported, I think, is a lot of it.
feeling the
That's
love.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And to go out there and win the dang category.
I know, right?
Shoulder is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Memphis and May getting it on that stage.
That's a fantastic story,
big ass
actually.
trophy. Yeah, it is. And the awards at Memphis and May they're awesome.
Oh, they're killer.
It's filled up and that MC, yeah.
And if you watch that deal they had on Food Network,
I haven't seen that last one.
well, the last one they show only about 3/4 of the whole deal. They show the preliminary judging, and they show people delivering like notices if you're in the top 10, but they don't show any of the final round. And it's what you don't realize is that there's really 3 different sections of that contest. There's a blind box, there's on-site judging, and those two come together for the preliminary round. But then after that, they throw all the papers away and they start a whole new contest with 9 teams. And that's the top 3 in each category. And all those top 3 go head to head.
And it's on site as well.
And it's on site, 4 judges at one time. And they didn't show any of that.
Really?
Wow.
And that's really where everybody's going head to head.
Yeah, the champs are going head to head.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
And they didn't show any of that. So that's, if you don't know that, there's another whole level to what they didn't show. And that's where that's what separates everybody. Yeah.
Cool, man. This is really insightful. And I'd love to get you back on again.
Heck
we
yeah.
do this.
It's fun.
It's all remote, so I'd love to have you back on again.
Pleasure.
Thanks for stopping by, bud.
Great to meet
Awesome.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too.
Yeah,
sweetheart.
and thanks for introducing yourself to us.
Heck yeah.
Be careful with that wristband. They're dangerous.
I know, right?
He
You gotta
knows.
just scan it.
Scan it. And
He's,
go.
he's an old pro.
Heck
Thank you,
yeah.
brother.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it. Yes,
Appreciate you.
absolutely.
Good luck tomorrow.
You too, sweetie.
All right, that was awesome. You didn't realize all that, did you, Bella?
I didn't know. I was sitting next to royalty. My
Yes,
bad.
barbecue royalty.
This is what happens when you don't give me, a heads up on what we're doing. It's fine.
This mic is not working, so we're just
I
going to
think
put
it's-
sad
he can
mic.
just- he can just
Sad
sit
mic
with
goes
us.
away, but Josh, we're going to bring Josh Hale up from Sure Shot Barbecue.
Woo!
For those who know, Josh has been killing it.
Anybody that also knows Josh knows how hard this is, so keep that in mind.
Come on, Josh. Oh, no, knows how hard it is for him to get behind
For
the
him to be
microphone.
on the show, and here you
This
go,
isn't
buddy.
his first invite to the show.
There you go, buddy.
He's been invited before. But this is your first time on the show, right?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Well, thanks for doing it. I appreciate it. What made you decide to do it this time? My wife went and got you.
Because yes, sir, I was persuaded by your wife. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Well, at least she did that for us. I appreciate that. But so Josh, introduce yourself to the people that don't know who you are, bro. All those people.
I'm Josh Hale.
Josh Hale.
Sure Shot Barbecue.
Sure Shot Barbecue. We're at the Lost Lagoon Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation. What does that organization mean to you? Maybe I'm not put words in your mouth. Just tell us.
That means a lot to me. I got to go through the foundation program, and it gave me a hobby, passion that didn't necessarily know I had, I guess.
Yeah.
And the barbecue family, that's been a big deal for us, for my family. All the different people we get to meet, different places we get to go to. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's pretty
and
cool,
the competition.
isn't it?
I love the competition. Because every weekend you could be from number 1 to licking your wounds really quick.
Yes. So what got your competition vibes going before barbecue? Was there something there that you were doing prior to this, or was it something that you realized?
No, sir. No, it was. I grew up doing competition bass fishing.
Did you?
I was always competition sports, fishing, whatever.
Yeah.
But after the military, I didn't really have. Besides bass fishing, that was really it. And then that's really expensive. I think that's probably more expensive than barbecue.
Is it really?
Traveling, absolutely.
Wow.
Between inch
Hard to
fees,
believe.
traveling, and it gets pricey when you're trying to play big boy
Right.
status. I love the barbecue.
It's fun, man.
It's all the different people every weekend. And the different places. I expect to see Almond Bell. I expect to see y'all, but every single cook-off you go to, you meet somebody new.
Yeah.
And that's awesome.
That's important to keep doing too. I try to go and introduce myself out there because everybody's, there's a lot of good people in this sport.
Absolutely.
A few a-holes, but we just stay away from those guys.
I was going to say 9 times out of 10, but 8 times out of 10, the majority is really good people. The other ones, not so much. Yes, sir.
What you think of this guy we just had on, man? He's a 7.
Oh, Mark Lambert. I mean,
pretty cool.
what else can you say? Mark Lambert,
Yeah, I know,
sweet
right?
swine of mine. I mean,
7 times. Yeah. Belle didn't. She was like, what?
I know. I should have got his autograph. I didn't
I
even
mean,
know. My bad.
that man's pretty much won everywhere where you need to win that it matters,
Yes.
and he's
Yeah.
done it with style.
It's cool. So Rob Bailey just told me we have 51 teams here. That's pretty
Yes, sir.
awesome. That's great. It's a great turnout for the Texas Chrome
Yeah.
Heroes
That is.
Foundation. Excited for that. The 6-pack, the finale. Have you done all the previous 5 or?
Yes, sir. Yeah,
So
done them all.
how are you looking in the standings?
We're sitting 7.
Actually, I think I have
I was
that.
gonna say, hold on.
I think we're sitting somewhere. I know we're in top 10 overall, and then we're sitting.
Is this it? Nope, that's not it.
We're sitting.
You're 8 overall.
We're 8th overall, and then we're sitting in the top 10 on all 4 meets. I think ribs is probably our best.
Yeah, you're in the top 10 in all 4.
Yeah, you are.
That is
Good
awesome.
job, Josh.
Yeah, so Josh, I would say you're a crowning beacon for the organization for what they like to do. You know, they go and help veterans and introduce them to something like you mentioned. You didn't even know you love.
A passion that I didn't know I had.
I still got Mark on here. Let me take this little brand off. Yeah, a passion you did not know you had, and so that's pretty cool. But yeah, you've taken and run with it because you're a force to be reckoned with on the competition trail. You and I have, we've been celebrating together. We also, I remember being in Hondo, and we were like, "What the hell happened?"
I'm really not a fan of that place. As much as I still like to go to cook-offs there, I'm not a fan of that area. It really ends up hurting my feelings a lot.
Would you say they're not a fan of it?
Well, they're not a fan of me, I would think. I love the area, but yeah, they're definitely not a fan of my food.
Yeah, no. Yeah, we were both sitting there going, "Whatever." I thought we turned into food, man. But that's what happens, hey, man. You
Yes,
go
sir.
out
It's
there
barbecue, and that's what I've also found out. I love that about it. Don't care how hot you think you are, you get put down in your chair real quick.
100% happens
And
all
that's-
the time. Could happen tomorrow.
That's a good humbling thing.
I was gonna
Yes,
say,
sir.
it's a
51
humbling
teams
sport.
here, and I've been looking around. There's a lot of solid teams. Hell, we got Marcus here, Joey, and all of that group. You, Tom, and Bell. There's a lot of solid teams out here. So we all have to be on our A game tomorrow. Look at there's a guy in the background. Look at that. He's like, "What am I doing on the show?"
The majority of your top 10 people, I think, are here, aren't
Yeah, Phil and Bill, and I think
Mhm.
they're all here. So it's gonna be
Yeah.
a shootout.
they? You're going to earn it tomorrow.
Yeah, I missed one, so I know one gets dropped,
One
but
does.
I had to miss the game. So we'll see. I think I'm 13th overall at the moment, but we'll see how it goes once
We didn't do
the
the
lowest
NFC
score.
game, did we?
I didn't do.
I don't think they
Seguin
liked our
was
food
terrible.
either. I was gonna say, they didn't
Seguin
like
was
our food
terrible.
either.
That was another place that did not sit
So
well.
that was a good one to miss for me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That was a rough.
Yeah, you didn't miss anything. I mean, it was a nice
That was a
facility,
rough place.
but they did not like.
So you mentioned how long you've been at it. Where's one of your favorite venues to go out and cook here in Texas? This place is pretty cool.
I'd love coming here, to be honest. I mean, if
This place
not
is
something
really
that
cool.
way, if I could afford to come here every weekend and cook, I would come here every weekend
Yeah,
and
this
cook.
is awesome.
This
man.
venue
I
is
would have to do it without these wristbands.
Yeah, these
I mean,
wristbands are dangerous.
yes, sir. You can rack up a bill quick, but this place is nice. I can go do work tomorrow. Then as soon as I'm done with work, I can go get in the pool.
Is that the stage behind us? Is that where we're going to be?
That is, yes,
all
sir.
right, nice.
That'll be where it is.
I love that. They even have a cook. This is venue. They really cater to cook-offs. I've
Yes,
seen.
sir.
I've seen on their website where they actually have a tab that says cook-off.
Yes.
So we'll be doing quite a few of them here. I'd imagine. This is my first time here. I know it's not for y'all, but I'm enjoying the heck out of it. That swim-up bar is nice.
Yes,
Are they trying to make you uncomfortable?
I think so. I don't need
All right,
really
cool,
help
man.
for that.
Well, awesome. So, ask about your favorite cook-off. What's been your most memorable win? Thinking about that.
Probably my.
Stacy, he needs help. Love.
I'm a competitive person. If you want to ask, that's a
I know
tricky
that.
question. I'm a very competitive person. When I started this, I've always been a person. If I'm going to do something, I want to be the best.
Right.
To be the best, you got to always compete against the best. So for me to go win, I want to win against the best.
Mhm.
I was gonna say my first grand. I was gonna say my first grand was probably my best, but I went to Lano this past year and got a grand there, and some really top quality cooks were there, and that one meant a lot to me.
Means a lot when you see all.
It means a lot when I
guys
can
out
know I
there.
can
Yeah,
compete with,
right.
when I can hang with them.
So I saw your name on the American Royal
Yes, sir.
layout. So this is gonna be your first first foray up in Kansas City.
It'll be the first time Kansas City.
Nice. What do you know about it? What are you expecting?
I know one KCBS comp, and that's it. We did Cedar Park Fest, and it was kind of on a whim. We weren't planning on. We were actually going to go somewhere else, and a friend called and said, "Hey, you want to cook for somebody?"
Yeah.
So, didn't really plan on it, but yes, sir, I will.
Did you get some TV time?
Yes, sir.
I
Little
thought I
bit.
did see. I thought now that you said
We
that,
did, yes,
Cedar
sir.
Park, it came back to me.
We got a friend called, and we got to cook under Blues Hog.
Okay, cool.
Because he couldn't make it, I guess.
Yeah.
He had to go a prior engagement. So we got to cook under Blues Hog, and we ended up taking 10th overall.
Nice.
10th overall, the first KCBS. We had a third place pork.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I was
What'd you think?
tickled.
How'd you like it? I'm sure you loved it because
I loved it
different,
because
right?
yes, sir,
Timeline.
the pace. I love the timeline. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's get to work and
hour
crank
and a
it.
half. You're fucking
It's done.
start and done. Right?
It's done.
Done, and then you're like, what the hell happened?
The Royal, I'm a little nervous on the Royal.
Bring a jacket.
Don't be nervous.
It's
I'm not nervous about the cooking.
Yeah.
I'm just to make sure we get, because our spot's about as far as it gets in the Royal. We're on the outside perimeter.
We have done that before. We used to have a 7-minute walk. Case would take off, come back, and then take off again, come back.
I've already told my wife, like, babe, we're gonna. By the time you make it there to turn in and get back, you're gonna be turning around having to haul butt right back, because we're literally the farthest you can get.
Damn.
We're on the corner, outside perimeter, far as you can get.
We
And there's a ton of people, so you have to allow for that too. Like
we're not. I have about a 30-second walk.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
no, sir,
last
no,
year,
sir.
Corbin, he had to walk in front of me every time I went to turn in because he was like clearing the.
Yeah. It's cool. Are y'all doing any of the ancillaries or just
No, sir, I'm going straight for the wood this year.
Have your wife do some of the ancillaries. It's a lot of fun out there doing all that. She's like, hell
No. She's prepped. She's already said, she'll just give me my headphones. I'll fall in line with somebody, and I'll make sure I get a box turned in.
How about you guys, Belle? Y'all do any of the ancillaries?
Well, we didn't last year, but we're gonna do them this year. We're gonna let Blair do them.
Okay, cool. Did she just find that out?
No, she knew. She's just really that excited.
Sounded like she just found that out. She's like, hell yes. That's cool. No, that is fun. That's another thing with the Royal. They have sausage, they've got vegetable, they have beans, potatoes, dessert. There's all kinds of different things to get involved. Yeah, but if it's your first time, just go out.
And that's what I feel. First time, I'm just going to focus on.
Yeah. And you've been doing both the invitational and the open?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice.
That was my first year goal. I wanted to get the invitation and make it, and I did. Next year's goals,
Well, there's a party out there you're invited to.
a little bit different.
You know
Next
that?
year's. Where?
No,
At the Royal.
we're gonna go again with the
To
party
the
situation.
So Smoking Gooder
Yeah,
party.
The Bullhorn Party of the Year.
The Bullhorn Party of the Year.
It's, we're a 4-time. 3-time we claim COVID. So,
Well.
but anyway, Friday night, you'll probably be long dead and sleep.
Yes, sir. I'm old.
But we'll be,
I play the
you
old
are-
man game.
You are not old. You are not old, young
Well, I
man.
might as well come over there.
You should come over there.
Why not?
At least
Might
for a
as
little
well.
bit. At least for a little bit.
Why not?
Why
Oh.
not?
I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
Why not? Come over to the best party.
Well, Josh, this has been a treat finally getting you on the show.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. Now, next time you won't be so shy. When I send you a text, you'll be like, all right, yes, come on. We'll do it.
That's probably a lie, but yes, sir. I'll act like I'll do
send
it.
my wife after you.
Yes, sir.
Next time we're at a cook-off. Anything anybody want to thank before we let you get out of here? And
Do you have sponsors?
or his
My wife.
thank
That's my one I want to thank. The one that supports this crazy habit,
absolutely
addiction.
Absolutely, it was a habit and an addiction. Those are
Yes, sir.
I was
Perfect
gonna
words.
say that is
for
actually a
both
very
of that.
perfect description.
Oh, look who's in the house. Do they still have to drink on a Friday? Bell?
Yeah. Yep.
Tom Ball
Tom
VFW.
Ball VFW.
No, that's 2 drinks. You realize that every time we say Tom Ball
Yes.
VFW, you gotta drink. So
That's the first we've even said their name to this whole show.
I know
That's
it's different. We're in a different setting. It's
Yeah.
kind of cool. We're here talking about the this cool event, and I'm excited to see how everybody shakes out tomorrow. And what time you wake up in the morning?
Way earlier than you,
Oh
sir.
hell yeah!
Way earlier than you.
Yeah, 7 o'clock.
Yeah, now 7 o'clock, I'm already rocking and rolling.
You got shit wrapped.
I was gonna say, Josh,
Ah.
but you gotta tell people what you cook on.
I'm close.
Close.
I'm close to. There might be something
about
getting
wrapped.
wrapped.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I've
I'm an offset. I'm an offset cooker and a drum cooker. I like the drums. I love the drums. Everything gets started on them, minus the old yard bird.
yeah, girl, just lock them out. Yeah.
Oh, this
That
is
look-
a
that looks
disaster
like me,
waiting
like-
to happen.
That looks like me last year when I got a second place brisket here for this cook-off.
Oh, I remember that.
What were you doing?
They locked me out because people were not supposed to be bringing drinks across the fence,
Oh, so y'all were out there.
and we were sitting. Everybody was sitting on that side of the fence because this was packed. And I get a second place brisket call, and I'm like,
they won't let you
they
in.
won't let me in, and I'm like, well. So I climb the fence. Chris Davis comes over there, and he's helping me over so I don't fall on the.
Impale yourself.
So I don't
on
impale on one of those spikes.
Oh, scary.
Yeah, it was. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, cool. We're excited. I'm excited for you. And congratulations on a great year. You've been killing it in the last 2 years for sure. And I'm excited to see you go to the Royal and see how it does. That's a fun event. It's a fun time. And if you need anything, let me know.
Yes, sir.
Charity.
Thanks
Thanks,
for having
Bubba.
us.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's Josh Hell, everybody. Sure.
Good job,
Josh.
Josh. Way to
Barbecue.
go, buddy.
Martin.
I feel like this seems weird.
Ty Cobb's in the house. Good luck to all the teams, but I got to go for my team. JC's good old boy.
Aw, thanks, Ty.
Thought I was your team, Ty. But okay. All right. I understand
All
how
right.
it goes. I understand how it goes. Well, this is cool. How are you doing, Belle?
I'm good.
You good?
Yeah, I gotta pee, and now there's nowhere to go. So
There's no restroom here?
no, it's locked.
And the bar is fucking
And the
closed.
bar is closed. I don't know what kind of event you're running here, sir.
I don't. This isn't my event. This is somebody else's event. But,
What kind of show you're running over here?
This is the show. This is the show.
Make sure we don't have the proper facilities happening in our life, but it's fine. All is well.
No, I appreciate people stepping
I'm
out on a
just-
Friday. It's not our normal night.
He
Case,
did so good.
Case is he who? Which one?
Josh.
Yeah. Oh, was it?
No, he did so good. I'm so proud of him.
That's not his thing, huh?
No,
Getting in front of a mic.
he does not like to be in front of people. In front of
Really?
Mm-mm.
Well, it's a good thing we brought it out of him.
you did. Good
That
job,
was,
buddy.
It was great. It was great. He's a good dude. Super good dude. Great cook.
Absolutely.
And, I love seeing all the success. And like I said, he's a shining star for the Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation. This is, why that organization exists, to help veterans find a different avenue for them to go
Absolutely.
and spend their time. It's
I
an
think
it's an
Joey said
expensive ass hobby for
it
them.
is. But I think Joey said they ended up with 6 veterans here this weekend.
Did they? Oh, nice.
So
6. Oh, that's great. 6
Yeah.
veterans overall. That's awesome.
isn't that
That
incredible?
are here to cook.
Yeah,
$20 if you catch that roach in the corner.
it's a
Oh, it's a cricket.
grasshopper, or yeah,
It's a cricket.
I don't know, but I don't need it on me either way.
Awesome.
So not $20.
$20 is $20.
I'm not taking it. I'm looking at it. He's gonna hop on me in a
There
minute.
he goes. He took off. He took off. But yeah, this is so. This isn't your first time here.
No,
What do you like about this?
we come here every time they have a cook-off here because it's a bar and a pool. I mean, I think this is our 5th.
It is a swim up bar. There it is, right there. Your buddy's back. Just kick it. Look it. Oh, there he goes.
I don't want to be your friend, sir.
He gone. He gone.
So-
Tomball Veterans of Foreign Wars VFW. Yep. Oh, he said it. He went all proper.
Oh, he did. Fancy.
He went all proper. We can't
All right,
have
Mr.
a So
Williams.
Smoking Gooder show without a hashtag Blow and Smoke AT Rub. But I still have work to do. Are y'all completely done and prepped and ready to go?
Yeah, but
Who's the dummy that's been here since Wednesday and still not completely done?
Oh, I really procrastinated
That's
today
me.
too
Did you?
because the weather was terrible.
Oh, it's terrible.
And I wanted, like, my ambition was to quickly get the meet done so I could go to the pool. Well, when it rained so much, it was like, all right, now what? We're sitting in our freaking camper watching a movie. All right, fine.
Did y'all ever go to the pool?
No, because then it was like,
Time to go. Time to work.
by the time I got all my stuff done, then it was like, it's not even worth it because then the cook's meeting and then the kids queue. And so it just didn't happen.
Did your kid cook? Your sponsored kid?
Yes, both of them.
Both of them.
Yep. So little Logan and Callan.
How'd their pork chops turn out?
Well, I mean, don't ask me. I'm very biased. So
So you like
it's up to them.
did you like them?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Well, that's cool.
So they both do very well. So,
Well,
but they're our generation. That's your stuff.
Yes. Evan found out there was money involved, so he says, "Okay, I'll do it." And he turned out a good pork chop. We'll see how
Good.
it goes. He had 0 grill marks, so which is fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna need though like some other ideas other than just making these kids cook the same pork chop over and over. Like give them
Tacos.
like something. I mean, give them something else. Like then. Like how Robert Smith did. I mean, he did that little mystery box thing.
Yeah,
that was
cool.
amazing.
That was cool. And they knocked it out of the park with that.
And you know what? Them kids had so much fun because it was something different.
Yeah. Well, I think we're going to cut this show short because it is a Friday. It's not our normal day, and I still have some work to do.
Yes.
Not a lot. I still got to just go inject ribs, and then I'll be done.
I have a cheeseburger that has my name on it.
Cheeseburger? Oh, yeah, and you're having a party over there.
Yeah, apparently there's a whole party happening
Apparently
over
there's
at
a
my
party.
camp. I don't know.
So, guys, we're going to get out of here on a Friday from El Campo. We have a contest tomorrow, which
luck, brother.
Belle was betting everybody that she's going to win.
No, I did not.
Where are we barbecuing? We are in Texas. We're at the El Campo Los Lagoon Resort for the Texas 6-pack finale, benefiting Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation. That's where we are. Great show. Thank you, Harold. Appreciate that. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you guys. Yes, sir. El Campo, Texas. That's where we're at. This is a great facility.
It is.
If you guys, they probably host about 6 contests a year here. It seems like. So if you guys have an opportunity to go do one, I suggest you do it. And as Belle said, beware of these wristbands. They are dangerous. Oh, did they open the bar back up?
Are you serious?
I doubt it. They closed.
No, they
That'd be
closed.
nice.
I think he's just.
Thank you, cousin. That is my cousin, Adam, checking in. I appreciate that. All right. He's from Austin. All right, Stang. All right, guys, we are going to get out of here. Thank you guys for tuning in on a Friday. Our normal show is on Wednesdays at 8 o'clock. You can find us here. So Smoking Gooder Show. Mark your calendars, and we will see you guys real soon. All right, guys. Thanks. We're out.
Thanks.